ensure inclusive and quality education, and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, is the motto of the Sustainable Development Goals. With this vision, I, Dwani Thakur, along with my co-host, Ms. Shivi Arora, proudly welcomes each one of you this evening on the behalf of Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, HETS, and Sanjeevani World School. This initiative has created a pathway to the future we all want for everyone. Our young learners not only have voices but also wings to fly. And we at Sanjeevani and Heads have ensured we prepared that platform for them to speak and fly. In totality, we have 35 schools, five of which are international, and the rest are all pan India. The entire team of Heads and Sanjeevani World School have got together in collaboration for such a noble cause. We believe our students are the harbingers of change, hence, we have created such a platform for them. Now, I would like to introduce you all to the energetic personality, my co host, Ms. Shivi Arora. She is the coordinator at Bharat Ram Global School. She is the teacher from 14 years. She is enthusiastic, loves to interact with kids. She is good in planning execution of innovative activities. Her qualifications are she has done PGD, SLM, BEd, MA, and now she is pursuing MA. She has achieved awards as Best Teacher Award from Saksham in Education, received certificates from British Council, and she is a Passionate Teacher Award in current school. Her vision is to be a positive and constructive role model for all students who enter her classroom. Good evening, eminent guests, dignitaries, principals, coordinators, and dear participants. We take pride in welcoming you all to the Sustainable Development Goals initiated by Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, HETS. I am sure that today we will all have a great time and we also learn a lot from the young talents on this platform. We wish the participants all the very best for their presentation. Proceeding ahead, the main event for this evening is to showcase the talents of the young generation. I, Dwani, along with my co-host Ms. Shivi, welcomes you all to on the behalf of Sanjeevani World School and Heads family on this great event. Now I would request Ms. Shivi to take it further.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now it's my turn to introduce my co-host, Ms. Dhwani. Dhwani Thakur is a team leader, primary at Sanjeevani World School. She is teacher from 8 years. She is passionate about teaching with great teaching aptitude. She has good interpersonal skills, effective classroom management, and ability to manage team effectively. Qualifications: she has done her BEd, MCom, and now she is pursuing MA in education. Awards and accomplishments: National Winner Award by Rotary Club, Promising Teacher Award by IITA Education Awards, Education Icon Award, National Teacher Award by CED Foundation. Vision statement: the vision is to reach as many students as possible inside and outside the school. Her vision is also that students will obtain the necessary skills and values to be successful in the physical, mental, and social aspects of their lives. Today's youth voice refers to the distinctive ideas, opinions, attitude, knowledge, and action of the young generation as a collective body. HETS, Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, along with Sanjeevani World School, is privileged to provide this wonderful platform for students around the world to show their skills, creativity, and curiosity to learn more. Let us all come together and make the most of it. Lighting the lamp. Once again, it's my privilege to welcome this beautiful audience who have given their valuable time to be a part of the great event organized by HETS. Dr. Aruna Wadkar, pragmatic and compassionate personality without whom this event would not have been possible. Now, moving further, as per the Indian tradition, we would like to start the program by paying tribute to the goddess of knowledge, Goddess Saraswati. Mother, we pray for your blessings with all humility. Give us wisdom to make make this world a better place. May all human beings live in harmony and peace. May the truth prevail. May the darkness of ignorance be swept away by the dawn of self realization.
So, with this, let us all join the spiritual movement with our heart, soul, and enjoy the Saraswati Vanna. I would request Pragya ma'am to share her screen.
शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योते नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ दीपज्योति परब्रह्मा दीपज्योति जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीप नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ
Wow, that was so blissful. Before proceeding, let me tell you all that the Saraswati Vandana is sung by Sujata Iyer with her melodious voice. Thank you, ma'am, for creating a heavenly atmosphere here. Now, I would like to introduce to you all the organizers for this event, Sanjeevani World School and HETS. Over to you, Shivi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's an evolving institution and a social enterprise that provides essential knowledge, assessments, counseling programs, work skills, and other customized solutions in the field of education. Our vision is to build an organization with excellence in knowledge, command over technology, innovation, ability to compete at a global level, enabling meaningful and systematic change from metacognition metamorphosis. Now, I would like to introduce you all with the multi-talented, extraordinary, energetic personality amongst us, Dr. Anura Wadkar. She is an educational consultant, educator, mentor, and a speaker, formal principal of ARG International, the futuristic school's founder and managing director, one and only uplifting power of Harvest Educational Transformation Solution, HETS. It is she who brought today everyone together on this platform. She is having a long list of achievements and awards. A few are Sanjeevani Seed of Knowledge Award 2020, Indian Humanitarian Award 2020, National Builder Award 2020, Honor to Excellence by Akal Academy, Shri Krishna Samman, National Education Excellence Award 2019, India Star Republic Award 2019, and etc. Now over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sanjeevani World School is a futuristic school where everyone is encouraged and inspired to learn the skills required to succeed in a globalized arena. Backed with a team of passionate, hardworking, and dedicated individuals, the school is ready to prepare each learner for the future challenges, which will enable them to reach their goals and for beyond the horizon. We aspire to empower the learners for the rapidly changing world by enabling them with the thinking skill, global preparedness, and respect for core values of patriotism, integrity, honesty, and so on. We at Sanjeevani World School have a legacy to leave behind, a legacy in the form of successful students who are an asset to the world, a holistic being. We willingly embrace all the responsibilities to prepare our learners, not just for exams, but also for the ever changing complex world, the uncertain future. Dr. Seema Negi is the director principal of Sanjeevani World School. She is the pillar, the backbone, and the captain of the ship of Sanjeevani World School. Sanjeevani World, Sanjeevani World School, along with heads, have organized this Sustainable Development Goals event. Now we will be introducing Sustainable Development Goals.
The Sustainable Development Goals were born at the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development in Rio de Janeiro in 2012. The objective was to produce a set of universal goals that meet the urgent environmental, political, and economic challenges faced by the world. Sustainable development practices help countries grow in ways that adapt to the challenges posed by climate change, which will in turn help to protect important natural resources for our and future generations. In 2015, a global delegation of experts developed, debated, and introduced the 17 Sustainable Development Goal (SDGs) to be adopted by the United Nations and its 193 member countries. The 17 goals emerged from rigorous research into global conditions and trends. They are at the forefront of international development conversations, initiatives, and require innovative research collaborations to create new possibilities and a better future for a more sustainable world. In addition to learning core academic subjects, children need to grow in other areas that are equally important in the development of an all round individual. We don't teach only to attempt, but also provide knowledge centered, conductive environment and ambience in which they learn. Over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we would be introducing our goal, that is goal number 4, quality education. So for this, I would request Manshika from HETS and Pavni Patel from Sanjeevani World School to present their views. So first, Manshika, you can present your views.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Manishka Madhumadri from Bharatram Global School. Today, I'm going to brief you all on the importance of quality education. As you all know that India is still a developing country, and to attain the developed status, we all need to focus on quality of education. Whatever progress our society has made over the centuries is because of quality of education, which kept improving. Education is the foundation stone of our society. The importance of quality education cannot be undermined in a society, which is why great personalities have extensively written on its need in a civilized society. It widens the prospects of opportunity. Some important dimension of quality education that every organization should meet are equity, sustainability, relevance, balanced approach, child-friendly, teaching and learning out. In the end, all I want to say is quality is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent effort. Thank you.
Now I would request Ms. Pavni Patel to uh, introduce the goal number 4, quality education.
Good evening to all. My name is Pavni Patel from Sanjeevani World School. So today I'll be giving some information on quality number 4, that is goal of education. Sustainable Development Goal 4 aims at ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. This goal ensures that all girls and boys complete pre-primary and secondary schooling by 2030. It also aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational training to eliminate gender and wealth disparities and achieve universal access to a quality higher education. Estimates show that among those 59 million children, 1 in 5 of them had dropped out, and recent trends suggest that 2 in 5 out of school children will never set foot in a classroom. The Sustainable Development Goal clearly recognizes that this gap must be closed, even as the international community must expressly addresses the changes of quality and equity in education. A quality education gives us all the chance to build a better life. For children born into poverty, it's an essential part of their way out of it. Goal 4 has 10 targets, including ensuring that all children complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education.
I would request Pragna ma'am to present the video. It was amazing listening, Manshika and Pavni. Now, it's the time to introduce the chief guest of the day, Dr. Raina Khatri Tandon, the great leader and the dynamic personality. She is the chairperson of Right to Rise and Foundation, an ICO certified Posh POSCO organization and a trainer compliance and auditing. She is a specialist and human rights expert from Harvard Education. She has Thrive Global 100 mentors. She is certified as human rights and child rights and safety practices. Also, she has received a Campbell Global Fellowship Award in 2019-20. She has received World Women Summit 2020 Global Ambassador for Sustainable Development Goals, UN Goals for Gender Equality, Inclusiveness, and UN Chartered Human Rights. She is an international mentor, speaker, and thought leader with 23 years of experience, and she speaks 13 languages. So, with this, ma'am, we welcome you all to this event, and we are privileged to have you here. I would request you to share your thoughts and ideas with all of us.
Good afternoon and a very good evening to everybody out here. First of all, thank you very much, Sanjeevani School and HETS Academy, for having me here. A special thanks to dignitaries Dr. Seema Negi, Aruna Wadekar, and lovely Dhwani ma'am, with all the other lovely teachers that we hear, Shivi Arora ma'am, Pavni Patel, and Manishka. I just loved how they started the entire session. Quality education, as we already know, the word itself says, if you're planning to have something over a period of time, then you have to start sowing the seeds today. And we already have our lovely seeds in the form of these beautiful children. So I'm not going to say that it all starts us today. It starts from each one and everyone who's going to empower and teach the world. So teachers just are there to open the doors, friends, but you must enter this door yourself and create this quality world. Education is the only weapon that is going to change the world today. And as we always see Malala, we always see the other leaders telling us that one pen, one woman, one girl, and one book can change the world. Let's create more curiosity and get to learn from each one of us around here. So thank you so much once more for having me. Looking forward to hearing each one of you and getting inspired, sharing inspiration mutually. Stay safe. And today's beautiful goal, SDG 4, quality education, which not only talks about just the basic processes, and like already Dhwani ma'am said, Right to Rise is my organization name, which works on an ISO certification process system, which talks about how the essence of education is very much ingrained with everything that you do from scratch. So with that, looking forward to hearing each one of you sharing all the knowledge that you have in the most beautiful ways. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. We wish to express our gratitude to our chief guest, that is Dr. Raina Tandon Khatri, for being with us on this event. Your presence and gentle words are a source of encouragement for all of us. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your precious time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dhwani. Thank you.
Moving forward, I would like Shivi ma'am to take it further.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, introduction. The first school which is going to be there is Global International Indian International from Malaysia. Dr. Captain Dinisha is the principal of the school. Global Indian International School is counted amongst the best international schools in Malaysia. has the most advanced academic curriculum to set students on the path of excellence. Their mission is to provide students with the right school environment, premium education, outstanding facilities, and personalized attention for their growth and learning. Their commitment to quality education and passion for our students has helped GIIS to be a highly coveted Indian school in Kuala Lumpur. Over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
Now, I would like to introduce Sanjeevani World School. The vision of the school is it's a futuristic outlook school inspiring to empower the learners for the rapidly changing world by enabling them with the thinking skill, global preparedness, and respect for core values of patriotism, integrity, honesty, and so on. The mission of this school is crafting Indian souls with the global ethos. Dr. Seema Negi, the director principal of Sanjeevani World School, she lives by the principles of empathy and gratitude. She is the director planning for Sharp Minds. She is a global goodwill ambassador and edu leader, and also she is the coordinator of SAARC Nations Regional Committee for Global Youth Parliament. She is the Secretary General from India for Global Talk Education. She has won the prestigious crown of Education Queen in 2018, Miss Role Model 2018 in an exclusive pageant only for educationists. She is proud Rotarian and social ambassador for Indian Development Foundation. And the list so goes on. Now, I would like to introduce the next school, that is JK International School. JK International School is the school which is committed in providing a safe and secure environment where students enjoy learning and recognize their worth, dignity, and leadership capacity. The beautiful landscape with its energy conscious buildings, fields, and ponds and enhance the serenity of the nature in the campus. The aim of the school is to develop among its pupils all-round abilities by exposing them to diverse field of activities such as athletics, martial arts, performing and visual arts, dance, music, and so on. Over to you, Shivi.
And now I would like to introduce Divjot Kaur and Minakshi Rawat. They are the first year graduation. And over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
The next school we have is Gundecha Education Academy. Their vision is to be the world-class institution which provides holistic education and create a global citizens with Indian values. So, okay, my dear students, I'm very much excited today. Aren't you all? Yes? Yes. Now, please join me in welcoming the participants as the show is about to begin. And without making you all to wait, let us proceed for the much awaited program. Over to you, Shivam.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Principal of Global Indian International School, Malaysia, Dr. Captain Denisha, to take it further and call her students to present the views. Over to you, Denisha, ma'am.
Actually, your voice is not audible. I would request Adya Singh from Global International School to present his views.
Greetings. First of all, I'd like to check if I'm audible.
Yes, you were audible.
Dr. Didisha ma'am, we cannot hear you. Your voice is cracking. So I request Adya to present his views. Can you come unmute yourself and start?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to check whether I'm audible,
Yes,
Yes.
yes, you're audible.
and I'd like to share my screen. Greetings, one and all. I'm Adya Singh from GIS Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Talking about quality education, to start with, what is quality education? Quality education is not a luxury, but a right which clinches education to all in a holistic manner, enriching the learner's personality. It has also been included as one of the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations. As when quality education is established in the countries, the development of the country increases as education and prosperity go hand in hand. The value of learning is enshrined in United Nations Sustainable Development Goal UN SDG 4, which outlines the need for fair and inclusive education. Just converging the entire thought process to what we are doing in Malaysia. Both access to learning and the quality of learning matter. International experiences suggest that when children of all families have access to quality education, they gain opportunities for better jobs and eventually towards higher income. In short, they do better than their parents and eventually break down the poverty circle. We have made great strides on access to education. Malaysia now has near universal access, offering affordable schooling for children from all income levels. And I'm sure the same has to be followed across the globe. There are a few ideas which I have highlighted in this slide for nurturing quality education. As the first point says, education as basic right for all is what I strongly feel is the first qualitative requirement, is that education to reach the most remote corner of the world and to the last child, and then only it will be quality education in true sense. Educational excellence is self-explanatory in itself, as sky's the limit for polishing the skills with constant research and development at global level. The last point I have is to create opportunities for those who, because of one of the other constraints, could not take education in the right time. This easy access to education will help them to come to the mainstream, to contribute both to the society as well as the world. In a nutshell, I can say that quality education is education for excellence, education for humanity, and education for growth to bring up a holistic development. And finally, an education for all without any biases. Let's go hand in hand with it if we already have started. And if not, let's begin today at human level, at humanity level, at countries and policy level, and finally, unanimously at global level. Thank you. I'm open to questions now.
I think we will have the question answer sessions after the all presentation is done.
Thank you so much.
So it was so informative and a very presentable PPT made by her. Thank you so much. Now we will move forward. I would now invite my co-teacher Pragna ma'am to take it forward. Thank you.
इंटरनेशनल हम लोग इवेंट में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं 3 बच्चों को तैयार करके इसमें मलेशिया
May I request the audience to kindly keep the microphone on mute mode? Technical team, if you can look into that.
संजीवनी करके एक स्कूल है.
May I request the audience to kindly put their mic on mute mode? Pragna, kindly go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I take this opportunity to introduce our students from Sanjeevani World School who are ready with their presentation for the 4th goal for today. They are Pavni, Shlok, Rutva, and Labdi. Now, I would like to call Shlok, student of Sanjeevani World School, for his presentation on quality education. Shlok, can you just unmute and present your thoughts?
Yes. Okay. Good evening, one and all. Present here, I, Shlok Khitani from Sanjeevani World School, is going to present on Sustainable Development Goal 4, that is quality education. Role and importance of quality education. Being the foundation stone of society, education brings reforms, helps in progress, and paves the way for the innovation. A good quality education is one that provides all learners with capabilities they require to become economically productive, develop sustainable livelihoods, contribute to peaceful and democratic society, and enhance individual well-being. But what is exactly quality education? Let's take a step back to talk about quality in context. The United Nations Fourth Sustainable Development Goal is centered on quality education. Mission of SDG 4 to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. United Nations has identified quality education as a major goal to ensure the transformation of the world by 2030. By quality education, the United Nations implies equitable and standard education for all that will promote lifelong learning and the urge to gather knowledge. Statistics: 91% enrollment in primary education in developing countries has reached 91%. 57 million, still 57 million primary age children remain out of school, more than half of them in sub-Saharan Africa. 50%, about half of all out of school children of primary school age live in conflict affected areas. 1 in 4. In developing countries, 1 in 4 girls is not in school. 103 million. 103 million youth worldwide lack basic literary skills and more than 60% of them are women. 6 of 10. 6 out of 10 children and adolescents are not achieving minimum level of proficiency in reading and math. This is a graphical representation on quality education. Role of society towards quality education. Ask our governments to place education as a priority in both policy and practice. Lobby our governments to make firm commitments to provide free primary education to all, including vulnerable and marginalized groups. Urge NGOs to partner with youth and other groups to foster the importance of education within local communities. Thank you.
Wow, Shlok, what a wonderful PPT made. It was so informative. Now, I would like to call upon Rutwa to present her views. Rutwa, can you just unmute yourself?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I am Ritva. Target Goal 4 has 10 targets, including ensuring that all children complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education. Target 4.1. pre-primary and secondary education. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education. Target 4.2 Equal access to quality pre-primary education. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development, care, and pre-primary education. Target 4.3 Equal access to affordable technical, vocational, and higher education. By 2030, ensure equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including universities. Target 4.4 Increase in number of people with relevant skills for financial success. By 2030, ensure the increasing of youth and adults who have relevant skills by including technical and vocational skills for employment and entrepreneurship. Target 4.5 Eliminate all discrimination in education. By 2030, eliminate gender disparities in education and ensure equal access to all levels of education, including persons with disabilities. Target 4.6 Universal literacy and numeracy. By 2030, ensure that all youth and a proportion of adults, both men and women, achieve literacy and numeracy. Target 4.4 Education for sustainable development and global citizenship. By 2030, ensure that all leaders acquire knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development through education, human rights, gender equality, and etc. Target 4.8 Build and upgrade inclusive and safe schools. Build and upgrade education facilities that are child disabilities and gender sensitivity provide safe, non-violent, inclusive, and effective learning environments for all. Target 4, Target 4.B Expand higher education scholarships developed countries by 2030 sustainably increase the supply of qualified teachers and expand globally the number of scholarships available in developing countries in a particular least developed country. Target 4.C Increase the supply of qualified teachers in developing countries. By 2030, sustainably increase the supply of qualified teachers include through international corporations for teacher training in developing countries, especially least developed countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritwa. You have made such a beautiful posters. That was brilliant work. Now, I would like to call Labdi to take it further. Labdi, can you just unmute yourself?
Good evening, everyone. As we all know, why quality education is needed and 10 targets of quality education. I will be telling you a short story based on the same. Do you know that 57 million of children in villages are not enrolled in the school yet? In a village, children should also have rights of quality education. The municipal schools should have the quality education rights. So let's start with the story. Tinku and Rinku are twins. Both of them are good at their studies, but they can't get the right education they need. They stay in a poor village where there are hardly any schools to study. Poor children, they couldn't ask their parents to send them to a good school as they were poor. They really wanted to study well and do something, and the village was not to study. But then a wise man suddenly showed up and asked if they needed something. The twins couldn't say anything, but the man understood what they wanted. He opened a school into the village and gave out free education. There should be quality education for each and every one of us. So you see, everyone deserves the right to quality education with access to trained teachers, learning resources, and opportunities beyond basic literacy and numeracy skills. When we learn about the world around us and the place in it, we can create a whole world where everyone is equal. But while most students have access to schools than ever before. The quality of the education varies widely across the world. That is why the UN has made quality education for all of us. Thank you.
Such a beautiful story, such an interesting story presented by you, Lavdi. It was very informative. Now, I would hand it over to Dhwani ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was wonderful presentation and story at the same time the posters made by the Rutwa. Now we will move forward and I would like to call JK International School to present their views on quality education. So I would request the principal of the school, Abhimanyu sir, to take it further. Abhimanyu sir, if you can call I would like to request Ankit and Aditi to present their views on quality education.
Yes, Dhwani ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Dhwani ma'am. My views on quality education is that parents may not always have the tools and background to support their children's cognitive and psychological development throughout the school year. What's that? Yes, thank you. Throughout the school year, right? Or less work. Hello, am I audible, Rena ma'am?
Yes, you are audible loud and clear.
Thank you,
Continue.
thank you. Children whose parents had primary school education or less were more than 3 times are likely to have low or test scores or grade reputation than children whose parents had the less some secondary schooling. So here I would like to add one thing that these days, due to Corona, our students are suffering more. So teachers and school should give more facility. For example, we are providing them notes. We are giving students extra time. We have told to the teachers that give instead more time to students so that their academic should not be weak in academically. Secondly, it's my request to the parents also of this era that they should focus, they should be in contact with the teachers so that there should not be any lacking with the to the students or in their education. Thank you, Dhanvi ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, Shivina.
Thank you, Dhwani ma'am. Now I would like to call Devjot Kaur to present her thoughts on quality education. Devjot Kaur.
Hello everyone. We, Divjot and Meena, are here to tell you about UN SDG goal number 4, which motives on quality education. Education for all has always been an integral part of the Sustainable Development Agenda. Sustainable Development 4 is the education goal which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Now, Meena is going to take over.
Education liberates the intellect, unlocks the imagination, and is fundamental for self-respect. It is the key to prosperity and open a world of opportunities, making it possible for each of us to contribute to a progressive, healthy society. The SDG goal targets at ensuring that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education, access to quality and early childhood development, care and primary education, equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality higher education. If we look at the present situation, there are many in the world who have no access of education. It can be due to many reasons, such as poverty or gender inequality. As per the data, around 750 million people in the world are illiterate. Only 1% cannot ensure quality education. But yes, if we look into it, we can spot and try to find the solution together. We can spread awareness among the uneducated people so that they can learn about need to quality education. Quality education is one of the most basic public services. Quality education enables people to develop all of their attributes and skills to achieve their potential as human beings and members of society. Quality education provides the foundation for equity and in society. When people are able to get quality education, they can break from the cycle of poverty. Education therefore helps to reduce inequality and to reach gender equality. It also empowers people everywhere to live more healthy and sustainable lives. Those who get an education have higher incomes, have more opportunities in their lives, and tend to be healthier. Societies benefits as well. Societies with high rates of education completion have lower crime, better overall health, and civic involvement. Lack of access to education is considered the root of poverty. A good quality education is one that provides all learners and capabilities they require to become economically productive, development sustainable livelihood, contribute to peaceful and democratic societies, and enhance individuals' well-being. It is not only enlightens but also empowers citizens and enable them to contribute to the maximum extent possible to the social and economic development of their communities.
A quality education considers the whole school, including their spiritual, social, emotional, mental, physical, and cognitive development. It aims to foster every student's God given character, abilities, and interests to prepare them for a life of meaningful service and participation in work, home, and community life. Education is important because it not only opens the doors to a better life, but it also ensures one a happier life. It develops in us a perspective of looking at life. It makes us capable of interpreting rightly the things perceived. There are three pillars that support quality education: access to quality teachers, use of quality learning tools and professional development, and the establishment of safe and supportive quality learning environments. It is important to recognize that the purpose of education is not only instrumental to prepare individuals for the labor market and to be citizens, that education also is a good in itself. The challenge to all education is to lay the foundation for change and at the same time to maintain the best qualities of the present. Every new generation must learn how to improve and develop society, but at the same time be able to base these changes on the traditions and achievements already established in society. Education has to encourage the capacities of young people in a society that has to recognize all these capacities before using them. Education is in some ways a mirror of society, but at the same time a factor influencing the development of society. Quality education should not be regarded as a process of consumption, but as a process of interaction between teachers and students. Education must aim at giving the students opportunities for personal development and confidence to adapt to the new situations as well as change these when they find that necessary. Education can never be a neutral process. It will always be value based. The balance between objective facts and questioning these facts. Quality education can be achieved by teachers who possess a good range of learning and teaching techniques and are facilitated by a supportive learning environment. To create quality education, it is necessary to establish a good practice and to meet demands at all levels. Changes don't happen unless you take charge. Talk to people who have similar interests and the drive to do something good for the community. Gather in underprivileged kids who are willing to learn in and around your locality and teach them. Talk to the parents about your initiative and get them on the board. Teach them basics like numbers and alphabets. These initiatives would make the kids want to learn more and go to schools. Ignite the spark of learning in these kids. They would be grateful to you forever. Many kids tend to drop out of school at a very early age. It is usually because of underlying problems of poverty and unemployment. Start now. Talk to parents about the schools and other government facilities. Show them how education could change their kids' life, the amount of opportunities they would be getting. Emphasize on the positives of gaining knowledge could be for their kids. Give them real life examples to help them understand better. The only way in which we could increase the number of students getting their education is to educate them. We have to raise awareness about the importance and significance of education. These are a few ways in which we could help the future citizens get the education they deserve. This way, we are not only helping them with their education, but with their entire future. Teaching is a rewarding and noble work. It is a stepping stone to developing the country. Thank you.
Beautifully presented, Divjot and Meenakshi. Now over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
But now moving forward, I would like to call Hiti Jairat, grade 9 student from Gundecha Education Academy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hitish Jairat and I study at Gundecha Education Academy. Today, I'm going to talk about the fourth Sustainable Development Goal, which is quality education. The quality of education has a direct impact.
Please, can we keep the mics on mute mode? Technical team, please take care of this. Hiti, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. The quality of education has a direct impact on the growth of our nation. An education system makes our younger generations future ready to face the challenges and innovation for our country. This applies especially for a country like India that has the youngest working population in the world. The pragmatic education will have a direct impact on our ability to innovate and bring our nation in the forefront of growing countries. Quality education is one that focuses on the social, emotional, physical, mental, and cognitive development of each student. The next statement that I am going to say is very profound, and that is education prepares the child for life and not just for testing or assessments. In 2012, the United Nations for the first time included quality education in their Sustainable Development Goals. Further, education in modern times is highly influenced and dependent on information and communication technology, which has paved the way for students to attain school or higher level education. Quality education not only prepares a student for a job, but also develops the overall personality of an individual. In case of children, it aims at their complete upbringing where morals and ethics are part of the curriculum to help them live a healthy lifestyle. Why is quality education important? We all are aware of how technology is changing the face of education. Not only has the mode of receiving education changed, especially post the COVID situation, but the methods of teaching students have also evolved. Earlier, education was more of a monologue, but nowadays, teachers encourage students to maintain a two-way flow of information in classrooms. United Nations has identified a multitude of problems at the global level, which, if not addressed, can lead to serious problems. To tackle such issues, the need for leaders and experienced professionals who are adept in their respective fields has grown. To encourage leadership and power to influence among the students, it is imperative to employ a refined way of teaching practices. In the age of technology, information can be accessed from anywhere in the world. A student sitting 100 miles away from an educational institute can take online classes from the institute and can avail the benefits of career counseling and get access to great volume of resources from the free online libraries. It is important that the education system is aligned so that the students can learn how to face the practical difficulties and challenges in life rather than learning the bookish knowledge that will help them only for a little while. It is also important that the student-teacher relationship is made very interactive so that the student can bring in real-life concepts and connect them to whatever is being taught. I would like to end by saying a quote by President Barack Obama, which is, "The future belongs to the nation that best educates its citizens." Thank you.
Wonderful, Hiti. Very well said and explained about quality education. So now all our students from different schools, they have presented their views and ideas, thoughts about quality education. We will move forward towards the question answer session. Now I would request Global International School student to ask the questions to Sanjeevani World School.
So my first question is, why is quality education the most important goal?
Quality education gives us all the chances to build a better life. For children born into poverty, it's an essential part of their way out of it. Goal 4 has 10 targets, including ensuring that all children completely have free, equitable, and quality and primary secondary education.
Very well answered. Going with my next question, how can we solve the problem of quality education?
5 ways policymakers can improve the quality of education: acknowledge and address overcrowding, make funding schools a priority, address the school to prison pipeline, raise standards for teachers, put classroom running and curriculum building decisions in the hands of the community.
It was a great answer. Thank you for.
Thank you so much. Over to Shivi ma'am.
Thank you, Dhwani ma'am. I would like to request Shlok from Sanjeevani World School to ask questions to Global Indian International School.
Yes. What, as per you, could be the right path to the quality education?
According to me, right path to quality education is a three-pronged approach. With the first point being what I mentioned in my presentation, it is the strategy to include all. No student to be left without adequate reach to education. Education has to be the basic right for all children. Second is the excellence policy, which talks about jobs, quality jobs, and careers for individual and countries for economic upgradation. You all may say GDP. I say GDPK, where K stands for knowledge. The third point being adult education, by bringing all those close to education with relaxed first fees so that they can continue or begin to educate themselves. In the end, I'd like to sum up like this, that education is the key to everything. Education, in true sense, beyond literacy, is holistic education, which should reach to each and everyone. Thank you.
Beautifully explained. Now, as a moderator, I would like to ask questions to JK International School. The first question is, why is quality school education a distant goal?
Yes, ma'am. Repeat your question, please.
Why is quality school education a distant goal?
Yes. Actually, ma'am, your question is very important for the society and for the all students, ma'am. Quality education is distant goal because if we do not give quality education to our children, to this generation, then we are only producing technician, not real engineer. We will not produce good engineers, okay, not produce doctors or good citizen, good people of the society. That is why quality education is a must. Thank you, madam.
The second question, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Second question.
What is the main factor that has affected the quality of education?
Yes, madam. I think that one child has stated 3 points, that good teachers, okay, environment, and you know that from my point of view, that affects one stage, madam. Okay, if child from the very beginning uh, means that indulge himself or herself in good what to say stage, or if he or she participates in big level, okay, then it is my point of view, then that child will become not only good student, but that child will become one of the dynamic student of the society, madam. And madam, my students are also there. Ankit or Akirti, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Madam is saying something. Would you like to represent yourself here? Hello.
Yes,
On the
sir.
topic quality education. Yes, CV Arora, ma'am. May I hello, Ankit. Ankit.
Yes, sir.
Akirti is also here.
Yes, I am here.
Okay, beta. Okay, beta. Present your topic on quality education.
Ankit and Akriti, you are ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
You can start.
Good evening, one and all present here. In all aspects of the school and its surrounding education community, the rights of the whole child
and all children to survival, protection, development, and participation are at the center. This means that the focus is on learning, which strengthens the capacities of children to act progressively on their own behalf through the acquisition of relevant knowledge, useful skills, and appropriate attitudes, and which creates for children and helps them create for themselves and others place of safety, security, and healthy interaction. What does quality mean in the context of education? Many definitions of quality in education exist, testifying to the complexity and multifaceted nature of the concept. The terms efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and quality have often been used synonymously. Considerable consensus exists around the basic dimensions of quality education today. However, quality education includes learners who are healthy, well nourished, and ready to participate and learn, and supported in learning by their families and communities. Environments that are healthy, safe, protective, and gender sensitive, and provide adequate resources, facilities, content that is reflected in relevant curricular and materials for the acquisition of basic skills, especially in the areas of literacy, numeracy, and skills for life, and knowledge in such areas and gender, health, nutrition, prevention, and peace. Processes through which trained teachers use child-centered teaching approaches in well-managed classrooms and schools and skillful assessment to facilitate learning and reduce disparities. Outcomes that encompass knowledge, skill, and attitudes are linked to national goals for education and positive participation in society. Thank you.
Thank you, Akirti. Dhanvi Thakkar, madam. Today, my students gave their test after that celebrated Teachers' Day. And before half an hour, I told them that better prepare something. Okay. And I am also out of station, madam. So this program is highly, that top level program. And I would like to add few lines. Okay. That सुंदर सुर सजाने का साज रचता हूँ, नौ सीखिए परिंदों को बाज बनाता हूँ, बनाए चाहे चांद पर कोई बुर्ज खलीफा, मैं कच्ची ईंटों से ताज बनाता हूँ, ताज बनाता हूँ. Thank you Thakkar madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Amazing. It was amazing listening to you. Now I would like to ask questions to Divjot and Meena. So the first question is, how many children around the world are missing out on primary school?
Yes. 61 million children around the world. 61 million children around the world are not getting the school education, primary education school.
Thank you. Now I would request Rutwa to ask the next question to Divjot.
Yes, ma'am. Which country has the largest number of children missing out in the school?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah. Which country has the largest number of children missing out in school?
The largest country of children who are not getting the right education, or I would say missing out on school, is Nigeria.
Thank you so much. So now I would request my co-teacher Shraddha ma'am for summarizing today's goal.
Thank you, Dhwani ma'am. Good evening, everyone. So, education is an essential pillar to achieving UN's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable development set by UN Chief Antonio Guterres. Education is the ultimate way to get victory over all the personal and social problems. Education is very important to all of us as it plays very important roles in our life. In order to achieve or in order to live a better and peaceful life, we need to be educated. It transforms us completely from inside and outside by changing our mind and our personality, as well as improving our confidence level. It changes our life it changes our life completely as it is constructive in nature. So, quality education is very much important for all the children. We should try to achieve the targets of quality education. Now, I would like to request Shivi ma'am to take it further. Thank you.
Thank you, Shraddha ma'am. Now I would like to tell that we will having a next session on SDG on 6th September. And on that day, we will be discussing about goal 5, which is gender equality. And session will begin, Zoom link timing will be 3:45 and the session will begin at 4 p.m. Now I would like to invite our chief guest of the day, to share a few words of wisdom with us.
She has messaged that she has some commitments. She had to attend some other session. So I would like, so someone wants to culminate today's goal, you can do the same.
So Dhwani and Shivi, I would like to say that all the participants who participated today, they spoke very well, and it is always very humbling to see that the young generation have such diverse ideas, and all their ideas are implementable. They are the one who can make the change. So it was wonderful to hear their ideas, and we know they are the future. So if future is so powerful, we know future is in safe hand. And as we were talking about quality education today, how important is education, that we all know. And as tomorrow is Teachers Day, and we are celebrating this goal today. That's beautiful coincidence. So to culminate this, I would only like to wish Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers who are present here, and to all the lovely students. I would like to say that it's education only who will unlock the future for you. So stay blessed, keep learning, because learning is beyond education. Learning is lifelong. Thank you so much. Wonderful work by all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now over to you, Dhwani ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Let me first of all start by giving a glory to the Almighty for giving us an opportunity to organize such an event to bring the year to a wonderful conclusion. I would like to thank our special guest for today to grace this occasion with her presence. Thank you for your gracious presence, ma'am. I would also like to express my deep gratitude to all the principals, coordinators, and my dear students for participating and enlightening us with their knowledge. It was great listening to you all. I would also like to thank Dr. Aruna Vadkar and Dr. Seema Negi ma'am. Without their support and guidance, this event would not have been possible. I would also like to express my deep sense of appreciation to the dedication of all amazing teaching staff. Thank you for your support. I owe special gratitude to the administration staff who have worked hard to ensure that this occasion becomes a memorable success. Once again, thank you so much and a very happy Teachers' Day to all the teachers. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this event.